draw the two mirrors perpendicular to each other, M1 and M2. Then place a point between the two mirrors, anywhere between the two mirrors. You can put it here, you can put it here, you can put it here. Done, label that point as P. This is your object. Take distance OP on your compass. Place your compass point at O and keep your pencil at P, and then draw a circle. Now I'm going to go on. Now we know that P is on the circumference of the circle. Can you all see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now follow the instructions very, very carefully. We are going to plot the number of images. Now, number of images is n is equal to 360 degrees by theta. What is theta here?
So 90 degrees.
90 degrees.
So what is n? What is the value?
So 4.
4. It is even. N is even. So the number of images you will see are n minus 1.
So 3 minus 1. So 4 minus 1, 3.
Correct. We will see 3 images. Actually, 4 images are formed in this case. So you have 4 images getting formed in this case. I will show you. The third and fourth image overlap with one another. Okay, so let's put in the first image. The first image is on the same horizontal line as P. Okay, I've drawn a dotted line. You also draw it. And it will be on the circumference. Okay, we'll call this as image I1. Okay, has everybody understood? Okay. The second image. So which mirror is forming I1? Tell me that first before I go ahead. Which image is which
M2.
mirror? 2. Mirror 2
M2.
is forming I1, correct? Okay. So if you've drawn your circle perfectly, now in mine the circle is a bit off because I haven't used a compass. You will see that object distance and image distance are equal. Then mirror 1 will also form the image of P, correct? It will be on the same vertical line because mirror 1 is placed horizontally compared to the object. The image will be formed on the same vertical line as P. And it will again be on the circumference of the circle that you have drawn. This is your second image. Ensure that this distance x is equal to this distance x, this distance y is equal to this distance y. So how are we measuring? From this point of incidence to the object, from this point of incidence to the image. Similarly,
mine is not equal.
Then check your circle. It should come equal. Okay. At least approximately equal it should come. Okay. Now point till mirror is x. Mirror to the image 2 is x. They should come equal. If you have drawn your circle correctly, it will come equal. If you have drawn it like me, then yes, you will have problems. I didn't use a compass, right? Image of I2. I2 is an image formed by mirror 1. So it will serve as an object for which mirror?
So mirror 2.
It will serve as an object for mirror 2. And the reflection of I2 will come here. It will be formed on the same horizontal plane as I2. Okay, so just draw a line here. It's formed by mirror 2, right? So assume that there is an extension to your mirror here. Then this mirror would have formed an image here. And we'll call this as I4. Clear? Similarly, I1 will be the image formed by mirror 2. So it will serve as an object for which mirror?
Mirror 1.
Mirror 1. So mirror 1 is, sorry, one second. Yeah. Mirror 1 is horizontal. So the image will be formed on the same vertical plane. So now join these 2 points. Okay, and I1 forms the image. Sorry, I1 is the object. Mirror 1 forms I1's image as I3 at this point. Is everybody clear? Okay, good. So what have we done? We have got the location of our images. What is the distance between I1 and I3? Quickly tell me. I1 and I3, what should be the distance? If
5.
No, if from here to here is X, from here to here is X, then what should be?
So
X.
2x.
2x. Algebra, correct. And between I2 and I4, what is the distance?
So 2y.
2y, correct.
2y.
Okay, so check. Okay, so this is a rectangle. What you're getting inside is a rectangle. Opposite side should be equal in length. And now you've got your 4 images. So as per the formula, 4 images are formed. But what are we seeing? I3 and I4 are formed at the same location. They are coinciding. Do you all understand this? Okay, that is why how many images do we end up seeing?
So 3.
Only 3. Now did you understand? Now we will show the formation of only one particular image. We will not show for all. So from P, we will show 2 rays hitting mirror 2. Is everybody clear? Why don't I draw all the rays? Tell me what is the reason?
So else it becomes too crowded.
Shall get congested.
Correct. It will be too congested. The concept will not be clear. So that is why we only draw 2 rays. So from P, 2 rays are originating. P is reflecting the light and it is hitting mirror 2. And when it hits mirror 2, it is forming which image? P forms
Sure.
which image in mirror 2?
So I1.
I1, correct. So I have to connect I1 to these 2 points of incidences. Do you all agree?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Okay. So now join these 2 points of incidences that are formed with I1. Okay. Has everybody understood? So you have shown how I1 is forming. Any doubts? And remember, you produce the reflected ray forward. To show how the rays are bouncing, you need to produce the reflected ray forward. Now, some of you, your reflected ray might come outside the range, and that is okay. Don't worry. Got it? 2 rays from the object hitting mirror 2. Wherever they hit, those 2 points of incidences, I connected with I1 with the help of dotted lines, because anything behind the mirror is a dotted line. And I produce them forward right now to form the reflected rays. Has everybody understood now?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chair.
Okay. Now do one thing, just extend your mirror 1 so that your reflected ray will still be in contact with it. Okay, just extend it. That's all. No worries. You can adjust the length accordingly. Clear?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Now remember, I1 is the object for mirror 1. And these 2 points, do you see these 2 points? These are my points of incidences on mirror 1. Now I have to connect this with which image? Which is the image of I1? I3. I told you, right? Mirror 1 will reflect I1 to form I3. Mirror 2 reflects image I2 to form I4. Okay, now connect these 2 points of incidences with I3. and produce them forward as reflected rays. That's all. Okay, so connect these with a dotted line behind the mirror. Everything is dotted. Okay, in front it will become a straight. So see how it is reflecting. Finally, this is how it reflects and leaves the system, the light. Similarly, connect the other point of incidence. Again, dotted line, don't forget. And produce it forward. So your ray of light that originated from P hits mirror 2, hits mirror 1, reflects away out of the system. But in the process, it has formed images I1 and I3. If I draw the rays for P to I2, then I will also see formation of I4. But I'm not doing it because your diagram will become very congested.